Hey everyone, welcome back to the Colleges 9 and 10 YouTube channel. I am your host, Megan, CPA Megan to be exact, and we're back here kicking off a new series called College Food But Better. And here in this first episode, I will be showing you some of my favorite ramen hacks. So let's just get into it. First ramen hack, kind of a hack, kind of not really a hack, how to make ramen eggs. Here I have a pot of water with 2 eggs. Make sure there's enough water in there to submerge the eggs. We're gonna turn the heat up to high and then put the lid on and let that vibe on the stove for 5 minutes. Here I am prepping some bok choy to do some pan seared bok choy as a topping for my ramen. So just taking the whole entire bok choy and cutting it straight in half. Wash it and don't dry it off too well because the water will make some steam that will help cook the bok choy when we're pan searing it later. So here it's been 5 minutes, the eggs are done, so I'm just gonna pull them out and put them into a bowl with some cold water, and I'm just gonna let them sit in the cold water until we're ready to plate. I'm using Momo-san ramen for today, and I'm not doing anything special, just cooking it according to the package directions. Now for pan seared bok choy, just a non-stick pan, put on high heat, drop the bok choy in there, cut side down for about 2 minutes per side. And now for the moment of truth with our ramen eggs. Let's see the inside. Beautiful. Now to plate up, I'm just going to rest the egg halves on the side of the bowl there and then lay in my pieces of pan seared bok choy. So yeah, super simple, not really a recipe, but it's a really easy way to add a little bit more substance to a ramen and make it a lot more yummy. I usually have a container of ramen eggs in my fridge at all times in case I need like a high protein snack as well. Now moving on to ramen number 2, we're going to be doing a Kujirai style ramen with noguri ramen, which is a spicy seafood flavored ramen. I think the OG for Kujirai style ramen is shinramyeon, so if you have that, that works too. So here I have about a cup and a half of water in a pot, and I'm going to cook the ramen block in that right now. So for anyone who doesn't know what Kujirai style ramen is, I think it's from a manga or an anime, and it's like a dry style ramen with cheese and egg. I know cheese in ramen might sound a little weird, but trust me, it's really delicious. So this is about 2.5 minutes into the cooking process for the ramen, and now we're going to add in the spice soup mixture. It's important to add only about half because since this is a dry ramen, it'll taste really salty if you add the whole thing in. Now there's about a minute left until the ramen is completely done, so I'm making kind of a hole in the middle where I'm going to crack an egg in. So we're gonna have a poached egg in the middle of the ramen. And now with about 30 seconds to spare, I took a slice of American cheese, like processed cheese, and I cut it in half, and I'm gonna lay that on both sides of the egg yolk and top with a little bit of green onion and sliced serrano chilies. I'm serving it with a side of kimchi, and that's basically it. I know the combination of cheese inside ramen might freak a couple people out. I think it's actually really good, and if you don't have time to like make a full ramen on the stove like this and you have a spicy ramen, try adding American cheese into it. It's actually really good. And now for our last ramen, I'm trying something that is actually not ramen, it's udon. I'm making a version of zaru udon, which is a cold dipping udon, which might sound, again, a little weird. Cold noodles are not really common, but to me, this is the most delicious out of the 3 ramens that I made. So if you try one out of this video, I highly recommend this one. So pretty much what we're gonna do, we've opened our bowl of udon. We've taken out the 2 seasoning packets. One is a liquid seasoning and then one is the dried seaweed flakes. So we're pretty much gonna cook the udon noodles to the package instructions, which for this one it's 4 minutes in the microwave, but don't add in any of the seasonings. We're just gonna cook the noodles by itself. And now to make the tsuyu sauce, which is the dipping sauce, we're gonna start off with the udon seasoning as the base. So this already has a lot of flavor because it's supposed to be like in a soupy broth, but we're going to transform it into a dipping sauce by adding 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin. This one, you can't really see the label because it's all in Korean, but trust me, it's mirin. In Korean, it's called mirim. And then 2 tablespoons of water. And then this is optional, but I'm peeling and grating a little bit of ginger to add to the sauce. Pro tip, easiest way to peel ginger is actually with a spoon. It's easier to get around some of like the awkward bumps, and it takes off the least amount of the outer skin so you don't waste too much of the flesh. So now 4 minutes in the microwave is up, so I'm going to drain our udon in the sink and then quickly rinse it with some cold water to cool down the noodles. So now to plate, we're just going to place those cooled drained noodles onto the plate along with our grated ginger from earlier and a little bit of wasabi as well. This is a package of micro herbs. Micro herbs are literally just like baby herbs. I think this is a mix of like cilantro and parsley and other things. I'm mainly just adding it because it looks really cute. And then you're ready to enjoy. So the way you want to eat this is you just take a bunch of noodles, dip them into the sauce, and then you eat it like that. And then whenever you want to change up the flavor, you can add a little bit of ginger or wasabi into your dipping sauce. So that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for coming to the Colleges 9 and 10 YouTube channel. Thank you for watching me cook and eat. Hope to see you back here soon. And yeah, bye.